Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you on another new part of What If Izuku Was Trained by Terry Bogard. This is part 10. In the last part, Izuku was still watering over his, fight with Billy, with him still feeling like he hasn't grown any stronger. However, getting a reality check from Alice and somewhat close encounter with her, he soon stands back on his feet, motivated to get stronger. Not only that, but also Ojiro as well, with the UA Sports Festival coming up, gives them the perfect opportunity to improve themselves. As for not only that, Shoji is also learning from Joe as well, with even Izuku learning on that he now has a second key element, being lightning. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? As weeks now passed, with everybody in Class 1A, Class 1B, and many others in UA are now trying to improve their skills and talents with their quirks, ready for anything that could happen, as the UA Sports Festival's events are always random, except the third event. The event that truly shows off everybody's quirks, that being the one-on-one battles, the tournament, going with Izuku currently right now, as he's improving his Hakyoku Seiken fighting styles, incorporating lightning into his attacks that he already learned. That being that of his burn knuckle infused with that of lightning, his spiral drop, which also infused with lightning too, and even his, hurricane wave too, as the earth energy infused with lightning, basically making it a lot faster than it was before. However, he is developing even that of a new technique outside, infusing the Hakyoku Seiken with his lightning, creating that of a powerful wave. So that takes inspiration from Terry's power eruption, which he can basically infuse his lightning in the Hakyoku Seiken's earth power to create a new element. However, doing so basically, drains Izuku and exhausts him to the point where he needs to rest up. However, it's more of a last resort attack. But thanks to Terry and Rock's training, he's improved quite a bit. As for Ojiro, on the other hand, he's working more just as before. He's trying to work more on how he can take a hit instead of just always dodging them. It's what he's always learned from his master in Mai, from Andy, using the Hakyoku Seiken to increase his speed and manipulate his earth power into fire. It's always how it's always been trained by. It's always how it's been for him. But now, after losing to Billy and feeling like dead weight to his best friend / rival, Izuku, Ojiro wanted to improve himself by taking a lot of hits from both Andy, his fellow student Hokutomaru, and his, other master, Mai, as well. However, instead, when focusing on durability with Andy and Hokutomaru, he does special training with Mai, and in case you're wondering, no, it's not that kind of training, as Ojiro wanted to improve on a certain aspect in his fighting style, after all. And soon, Mai actually was taken back, but also happy at the same time, that one of her precious little students that isn't Izuku is taking her training a lot more seriously with her. With that, let's just say Ojiro's training has become a lot more intense and devoted, actually. As for Shoji, on the other hand, he's moved on from that of the basics of Muay Thai and is now focusing on developing his own unique fighting style using Muay Thai. As for Joe's Muay Thai, it's using that of kickboxing and that of traditional Muay Thai, using it mostly focusing on kicks. But however, Shoji basically amplifies Joe's style of Muay Thai to a whole different degree, to be fair. Using his dupla arm quirk, he's able to deal more punches and hits faster than his own master is capable of. He's still not able to beat him, but he's able to at least keep up with him. However, there is one thing that Shoji still lacks. He doesn't have the same kind of, wind element as his master, or even able to manipulate his inner spiritual energy or his ki or chi at the same time. For that, he still feels like he's lackluster, not as good, with Joe basically comforting the boy, telling him that he still has a long way to go as he just started training with him. It isn't just, he can't just access stuff like that off of the bat. Hell, even his other student, Mayu, had a hard time trying to get a handle of everything, with then Shoji wanting to know about his other fellow student that his master also trained as well, with then soon Joe saying that, you'll meet her one day, hopefully. With that, the mutant quirk user couldn't help but stand back up before saying, "Can we continue our training again, Sensei?" Within, Joe couldn't help but basically have his fist to his sides, with that of a big dopey grin as always, saying, "You got it, Mizo. Come on!" As he gets into his fighting stance, within Shoji doing the same thing, with the two began to clash with one another, with starting with 2 high kicks to each other, with then soon the two began to brawl. However, in that of Masafu, currently in that of its police station, shows that of a familiar blonde-haired woman wearing that of a green jacket over her red tank top, and wearing that of blue jeans with white sneaker-like boots, as this being Blue Mary, with then she actually goes through multiple case files, with soon many of the police officers feeling somewhat annoyed that a random woman just came in here and just started looking through their files. However, one of the police officers, officer with a mutant type quirk that looks like that of a cat, has that of a cat head, basically saying, "It was orders from Detective Sukaguchi. She was given permission to basically look over all of the files of the villains that we captured." With then soon the officer saying, "I don't know how a foreigner like her is able to get information like that." With then the cat officer saying, "You don't know her, don't you, officer? Or you don't watch a lot of TV, I'm guessing." With then the officer being confused, with soon the cat officer saying, "She's Blue Mary. She's a well-renowned KOF fighter and private investigator as well. She stopped quite a bit of drug heist all across the world, especially in the crime city that is known as Southtown, being her home city." With then Sue, the officer saying, "Wait, no kidding? And she's a KOF fighter? Man, I know that you're right, not big on TV, so I wouldn't really know about her. But I am aware that KOF fighters are people you don't want to mess with, especially with the stuff that they're capable of." With then soon Blue Mary actually hearing what they're saying, while also going through the files, within seeing one specific file that caught her interest about one of the villains that they captured, as this villain has actually a record working with a notorious crime lord that she's been wanting to put behind bars for generations. Given that the man that she's been in love with has been wanting to beat him as well, at being Geese Howard, as the villain that has affiliation with him is named that of Hiroshi Katoe, with then as he has that of a poison gas quirk. He's able to, well, create that of, he's able to open up the pores in his skin to create that of a poisonous gas, and making him a pretty good, villain to knock out that of heroes while many of his allies go on the escape and run away, which means he's perfect, which means he's the perfect lead to take on the League of Villains. If remembering what Izuku and Ojiro have gone through, Billy is working with this villain group, wondering on why the man is basically lowering himself to villains outside of the U.S. With then soon closing many of the other files, putting the back up and keeping the file that she's already interested in. But soon she's saying, "I got what I need. Thanks for the help. I appreciate it. And tell Sakaguchi I appreciate the help as well." With then the cat officer basically saluting to her saying, "Anytime, ma'am." With then soon Blue Mary smiling before walking off. Soon leaving the police station, she soon goes to her bike and then rides back to Terry/Rock's apartment and telling Terry the news about what she's found. That's going to be quite interesting. With that, soon, with Blue Mary finishing up her investigation, currently at UA, the UA Sports Festival has now begun, with many people being that's from civilians to pros to even that's of, reporters, been wanting to see this year's sports festival, not because of it's anything special, but because the class that got involved with actual villains is going to be here this year, that being Class 1A. Speaking of the class, they soon are that of the waiting room, as many of them are actually starting to become a little bit hype and excited for what's to come, while some are trying to hold back their nerves. With then soon the door opening as it shows Izuku, Ida, and Momo as they came in, with Izuku saying, "Okay guys, we have at least a couple more minutes before we have to get out there. So get yourselves pumped up even more, or try and settle down your nerves. Because I know some of you are going to are a little bit worried, I'm guessing." With that, but soon, Mineta is saying, "Understatement of the century, Midoriya." With then, soon, Mineta began repeating himself over and over again, saying, "Swallow your fears, swallow your fears." With then, soon, Izuku couldn't help but laugh at the situation, giggling to himself, while then sitting right next to Ojiro, saying, "What about you, Mashiro? You excited?" Within Mashiro basically saying, "Definitely, I am." With then soon he sees his wristbands and saying, "Wait, those wristbands." With then saying, "Oh, right, they're gifts actually from Master Andy. They said that they're supposed to be giving me good luck in this event. So I plan on giving it my all." With then saying, "I see." With that, Izuku pulls something out of his gym uniform pocket, as it being his headband. As then soon, Izuku tying his headband on his forehead, with then it's showing that of the lone wolf. With then Ojiro saying, "I've always wondered, why do you have it as lone wolf? Aren't you? I mean, I get that the wolf motif is to honor that of Master Terry, but even so." With then soon Izuku saying, "It's because all my life I felt alone before Master Terry and Rock basically showed up in my life and gave me a fighting chance. But soon after, I still felt alone without being around them. So I decided to wear this lone wolf headband to prove that I'm alone, but not truly alone when I'm with them. When I'm with them, I truly feel happy and truly glad that they're in my life and that I got to meet them more than anything. Even you as well." With that, soon, Ojiro saying, "If that's the case, then, why continue wearing it? I mean, we're together now. And let's also bring up the fact that Miss Alice is also here at UA as well. She may be a second year, but then soon, Izuku came up with smile saying, "Yeah, but it holds a lot of personal value to me now, so I don't want to get rid of it." With that, soon, Ojiro saying, "If you say so, Izuku." With that, soon, as Izuku was about to stand up and get ready to leave, within soon, Shoto soon walks up to Izuku saying, "Midoriya," and Mash and Ojiro. With then soon, both Izuku and Ojiro look at Shoto, with then saying, "What is it, Todoroki?" As Ojiro asks, with then saying, "Technically, on the quirk levels, I'm technically stronger than the both of you." With then soon hearing this, everybody was shocked and surprised. Within both Izuku and Ojiro were shocked and surprised as they look at each other. However, they have that of a deadpan look with no emotion on their faces, looking at Shoto. And Shoto still has the same look as before, deadpan and having lack of emotion as well. Within, he's saying, "But for some reason, both of you are quite strong alone. Even with your quirks not as powerful, you were able to take on the both of you are quite good, even able to get the highest during the quirk apprehension test. And you, Ojiro, you were able to beat me nonchalantly without even breaking a sweat during that of our battle trial class. And personally, I can't accept it. Especially since you also have a second version of your quirk being fire." With then soon Ojiro saying, "Wait, Todoroki, I think you have it confused. My fire is not." With then soon Shoto saying, also bringing the fact that All Might has an interest in the both of you. With then soon hearing this, within Izuku and Ojiro's eyes whining at that, saying, "I don't know the reason why, but personally, I don't care. I just have all the more reason to beat the both of you." With then soon hearing this, everybody was shocked and surprised at Shoto's declaration of war to the two members of the King of Fighters tournaments. With then soon Kirishima comes up to Shoto saying, Whoa, no, hold on there, Todoroki. What was all this about? Why are you declaring war at this very time? You're not making things easy for." With then soon Shoto basically turns around from Kirishima and walks off saying, "We are not friends. None of us are. And right now, all of us are here as that of adversaries in the sports festival. So I'm letting you all know this now. Don't get in my way, and I won't get in yours." With that soon, Izuku saying, "Is that it, Todoroki? You're just going to give us that half-assed declaration of war and basically goes off?" With then soon Shoto saying, "Half-ass?" With then Ojiro crossing his arms, with then saying, "Izuku's right. That is a half-assed declaration of war. The reason that you say you're the strongest because of your quirk, but that makes you weaker than us. You rely too much on your quirk." With then soon Shoto saying, "What? How does that make me?" With Ojiro continued cutting him off, saying, "Because since you rely too much on it, the reason I was able to beat you is because you didn't expect me to have that of an upper hand. I've been in situations like you tried before, having my body freeze my body being frozen, making me unmobile to even move around." As he remembers the training that he did with Mai, as basically putting him into that of a cold room, into a freezing cold room, as Ojiro had to use his ki flames and the Hakyoku Seiken's earth power to keep himself warm, regulating his body while also making sure that his ki levels and his chi levels do not spike too much. Use too much, he'll go back to being freezing, and it will get worse for him as well without the proper body heat. With then Su Sing. And that's the reason why you're going to lose to me or lose to Izuku as well. Because if you're only coming after us because we have some connection to All Might, or if you want revenge against me, you're not going to win. You're not going to beat us if you don't change up your style and change up who you are. Especially with then Izuku saying, especially if you continue to hold yourself back. It seems, because we can tell you're only good with your ice than you are with your fire. With that, soon Shoto's eyes were completely widening and shocked, hearing this from Izuku. With then President Mike speaking up saying, "Will Class 1A now enter the stadium? It's time to come in." With then soon hearing that, saying, just keep that in mind, Todoroki. With that, soon both Izuku and Ojiro, alongside everyone else in Class 1A, soon walk out. With then Bakugo glaring at Shoto. However, he soon glares at Izuku, with then saying, "How dare that bastard have a declaration of war towards that damn nerd, and not towards me. I'll prove it. I'll prove I'm better than all of them combined. Just you watch." With that, soon Bakugo walks out as well. With then soon, as everyone in Class 1A soon enters, with then the crowd going wild for Class 1A. With then soon Shoji couldn't help but think, this is quite something else. Is this the kind of thing that Master Joe and that his friends go through? With then thinking, with remembering what Joe's saying. "Hey, Shoji, you go to UA, right?" With then Shoji bending himself up, with then saying, "Yes, I do, Master. What about it?" With then saying, "They're actually two of my friends. Their students actually go to UA as well. They're really good kids and they're really nice as well. I think that you would actually get along with them quite a bit. Their names are," with then soon Shoji getting out of the flashback, but then looking at Izuku and Ojiro, saying, "Midoriya and Ojiro. They're the students of my sensei's closest friends and teammates. I wonder how they would react if I'm also a student of the person that they see as that of a friend, that they see as an acquaintance of their masters." Within getting out of his inner thoughts, within Sato saying, "Oh boy, man, there's quite a bit of people here. I'm actually kind of getting nervous." With then Shoji saying, that's the understatement. No wonder Mr. Aizawa wasn't kidding that the UA Sports Festival is quite popular after all. With that, soon many of the other classes soon enter the stadium as well, from Class 1B, which gets a lot of cheers as well, but not as much as Class 1A. And then the other courses, from that of Gen Ed, Business, and Support, get cheers, but not on the same level as the Hero course. With soon many Gen Ed students actually get annoyed. After all, this is only for that of the, Hero course to actually show off and basically show what they can do to the pros. But soon, all of the first years are all together. With then soon, everybody began to hear that of a screaming woman in the crowd. A woman so loud that it kind of drowns out everybody else. With then soon, however, two people know who this woman is, and both of them feel quite embarrassed because she's screaming their names loud as hell. As then going to the crowd, is it being Mai saying, "Yeah, go Izuku, go Mashiro, show them what you can do. Show them what the Shiranui school is capable of, you two." With it, as she jumps around quite a bit while also waving her arms and her fans. With soon, many of the guys around her couldn't help but stare at two things that draw their attention to Mai. With then many of the women, on the other hand, either get jealous or quite annoyed at Mai's antics. After all, as for Andy, sitting right next to Mai, it's actually quite somewhat. It is somewhat being embarrassed being around her, and not just Mai, but also his other student Hokutomaru, saying, "Ugh, seriously, Master Andy, why did you have to bring her? She's so damn annoying." With the 16-year-old that looks like that of a 12-year-old is quite annoyed looking at Mai. With then soon Andy saying it wouldn't feel right leaving her behind. After all, she's not just Ojiro's master, but she's also Izuku's as well, and she cares deeply about both boys just as we do. So it wouldn't feel right. With then Hokutomaru saying, "You're too kind, Master Andy, especially to her." With soon Andy couldn't help but scratch his cheek, saying, "I don't see that too as a bad thing, though." With then soon sitting right next to that of Mai, being that of Terry, Rock, and Blue Mary, actually. With then soon Andy saying, "Ah, brother," saying, "Yo, hey there, Andy." With then soon Hokutomaru saying, "Hey, Rock, what's up?" With then Rock basically crossing his arms saying, "Nothing much. Just checking out the sports festival. Nothing major." With then soon Hokutomaru saying, "You never change." With then soon Mai looking at Blue Mary, saying, hey there, Mary. How'd the investigation go?" With soon Mai basically sitting back down. With then soon Mary saying, "I'll explain later on. You guys just right now. It's Izuku and Mashiro's time to shine. Also, we heard you all the way from that of the inside of the stadium. You're quite something else, Mai." With then saying, "Hey, I can't help but be a supportive big sister and support Izuku and a supportive master towards Mashiro." With then soon Mary and Terry couldn't help but say, "Yeah, supportive." With as both of them have that of sweat drops down their face. With then Rock not even actually giving Mai the time of day and just continue looking down. With then, as soon President Mike began to speak, that the person that will be supervising over that of the first year sports festival is the R-rated hero herself, Midnight. With then soon a lot of guys began having that of red faces and nosebleeds alongside that of the boys in the first years as well. With then Sarah saying, should we tell Miss Midnight that her outfit is quite, something is not appropriate?" With then Tokiyami saying, I concur. Should she be wearing something like that after all?" With then soon Kaori saying, "I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem half bad. What do you think, Mineta?" With then Mineta actually having that of a quite red face with that of thumbs up, saying, "I approve." After that, soon Midnight speaks up saying, "Now then, before we begin, will Izuku Midoriya please stand up and do that of the hero's pledge?" With being that of the student representative of the first years. With that soon, Izuku basically jumped up a bit saying, "Oh, right, totally forgot about that." With then Izuku walking up to the stage and to the mic. With then soon Ojiro saying, "Oh yeah, totally forgot. Izuku did get first place in the entrance exam." With then Bakugo still annoyed hearing that, saying, Damn it. Why did he get first place and I didn't? I still call bullshit." With then soon Shoto narrowing his eyes at Izuku, wondering what he's going to say. With then soon Izuku taking a deep breath as then saying, well, firstly, I didn't really prepare a speech. I honestly kind of forgot about it, to be honest. With then soon everybody's quiet at this. Before then soon Izuku saying, so instead of making a speech or even a declaration, I'm going to say this. I'm going to give it my all, and I plan on taking first place. With then soon hearing this, everybody was about to speak up before then saying, and I don't want to just earn, and I don't plan on just believing I'm going to win. I want to prove that I earned to win. I want to show that I can. So I'm going to ask all of you who are first years, many of you who are part of the hero course, both Class 1A and Class 1B, show me that you prove that you can become a hero, that you prove to be part of the class that you are in. And for those in general studies, the support course and business course, who declared war on us that of weeks ago, prove it. Prove to us that you want to become heroes. Not to just me, but to everyone else, but to also to the teachers, to the pros as well. With then everybody was shocked and surprised because I don't plan on losing. And I'll say this. Come on, bring it on. And I'm ready for you all. With that, soon everybody was shocked and surprised, as then soon a lot of people began to clap, but not plenty of them. Some believe Izuku was trying to be inspiring, but also being cocky at the same time. While some believe that Izuku was just trying to, well, be a little bit arrogant at the same time. With then soon Terry came up and say, oh boy, he's really something else. With then Rock saying, he was really trying to emulate you, Terry. With then Terry saying, yeah, I know. With then Andy saying, yeah, that makes sense. He's trying to pump up everybody while also trying to, well, show that he doesn't plan on going down easy. He really is trying to be more and more like you, Terry. You should be proud, brother. With then Terry saying, that's the thing. Izuku doesn't need to prove anything to me because he's already did it years ago. He's done it by proving on how strong he is, by working hard to reach him where he is now. He doesn't need to prove it because he already did. I just wish that he can realize that. With then Mary can speak up saying, well, he might be able to realize that if you already told him that. With then soon Terry couldn't help but lower his cap down to his eyes, and that's of embarrassment and also that of acceptance as well. With then soon Izuku left the stage. With then soon Ojiro walks up to Izuku saying, that was quite something else, Izuku. Nice work. You really were trying to emulate Master Terry there, weren't you? But then Izuku scratched the back of his head saying, was it that obvious? Saying, yes it was. With then Ida and Ochako walking up to Izuku saying, that was quite the speech there, Deku. With then Ida saying, I concur. However, you might have been to inspire some of us, but I think still a few people believe that you are just being arrogant, and that some of them may still be gunning from more of us and you. Within Izuku saying, like I said, it's a challenge. I plan on, if they want my spot in Class 1A, then they gotta earn it and prove it to me, and not just to me, but everyone else here as well. There's no freebies and no shortcuts to becoming a pro. And not just a pro, but also a fighter as well. With that, soon, Ochako and Ida couldn't help but smile at those words as well. With then Midnight speak up saying, all right then, now with that taken care of, let us begin the first event of the UA Sports Festival. The Right now, the first two events will be random and will be selected by that of spin through this wheel with then soon Midnight spinning it as it soon shows that of a obstacle course race with then soon everybody getting excited with that. Some those with speed quirks believe they have the upper hand, such as Ida, with soon Midnight speaking up saying, you'll be leaving the arena and then going around in a circle. You'll be facing against that of obstacles and traps that will stall you before you can make it back into the arena. The first one who makes it wins the first event. With that, soon everybody began getting excited and can't wait for what's to come as well. With then soon everybody getting more and more pumped. With that, soon Midnight screams out, so let us now begin. Ready, set, go! With that, everybody soon runs out of the stadium, ready as the first event begins. With soon everybody heading to the exit, heading out of the stadium within President Mike on commentary alongside that of, Aizawa as well. Within President Mike saying, well, the first event is on its way on such a beautiful day. So, Aizawa, as my co-host and as one of the people who decided to help me out, within Aizawa saying you wouldn't stop bugging me if I didn't help you. With then soon, President Mike saying, ignoring his friend's words, saying, so what do you believe will be the first true event that our participants need to look out for? Within Aizawa, without any humor whatsoever or build-up, saying the door. Within soon looking down below, as many students began to push themselves and squish into that of the narrow hallway door heading outside of the arena. Within President Mike saying, exactly! See down below, you can tell. Within soon, Terry can help but say, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, that door is way too small for a bunch of kids, for at least that of, 200 kids? Within soon, Andy speaking up saying, of course, however, if you have the perfect opportunity to basically keep everybody in place, then as Andy says this, Shoto creates that of an ice wave that basically covers the entire entrance way. Within getting past everybody, saying, sorry, but I can't hold anything back right now, since dear old dad is watching, after all. With that, Shoto continues to think of his father, the number 2 hero, Endeavor. With that, it isn't just Shoto who gets out, as everybody else in Class 1A also gets out, and those in Class 1B as well. However, soon behind that of Shoto is being that of Ojiro and Izuku, as soon Ojiro using his fire chi to melt the ice easily without even breaking a sweat. As for Izuku, he's using the Hakyoku Seiken's earth power as well to basically destroy the ice with every step that he takes, basically not even slipping whatsoever, as he creates that of cracks. With then soon both Izuku and Ojiro and both thinking, I don't care if I'm making a pathway for people to come through, doesn't matter. Right now is getting first place and winning. With that, soon the first event of the UA Sports Festival goes off on a bang. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. Sorry to leave you guys off on a cliffhanger after all. I mean, part of me is not really sorry about it, but a little bit of me is. And I know the sports festival is important. However, there are some things outside of the sports festival that could make a little bit of a difference in the future, such as Blue Mary's investigation into the league. Also, I know some of you it might write in the comments about why do I make the sports festival the same as always. But I kind of already made the scripts, so the sports festival is still going to be the same, but just with a little bit of differences now. But you'll see the differences later on. But at any rate, with all that said, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date with my videos when I upload on the channel. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, side channel, and Patreon. All link in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leo Mookie, signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care. Shiro Kitsune, you know what to do, my lovely lady.
Hi everyone, this is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!